no one has better relationships with people than Grady Williams. He does. He knows everyone. Everyone thinks highly of Grady. They know how hard he works for the community and for every project he's involved in.
His leadership is a quiet kind of leadership, but he, I think, leads by example. He leads by coaching. He leads by mentoring other people.
Grady's the kind of guy that inspires cooperation of others. Grady Williams makes good things happen.
Grady is a fellow who can perform tasks that seem to be monumental with a lot of ease. And then you look back at the project and you realize that the project was not easy at all. It's just the way he handles it. He is the type of person who wants to give back. He's constantly dealing with matters where the community's in need. He sees a need and he responds.
Few can match the accomplishments that Grady has made in this community. Most of us could work 24/7, 365 days a year for the rest of our lives and not come close to matching the level of contribution that Grady's made in this market. Grady Williams is the kind of guy you want on your team.
Well, I was born in Sequatchie Valley in Bledsoe County on a farm between Dunlap and Pikeville. There were 6 kids in the family. I attended Bledsoe County High School. I was the only one to go to college. I attended Tennessee Tech. I actually went to college thinking I was going to major in engineering, but I know that God put me into accounting because I don't think I could have ever been in any profession that I've enjoyed as much as I have the profession of accounting.
Grady worked and paid almost all of his way through college, where he graduated with honors with a degree in accounting. In 1957, Grady joined the accounting firm Hazlett, Lewis & Beater. While working for HLB, Grady took a leave of absence to serve 2 years as a U.S. Army paratrooper infantry officer. He was honorably discharged as a captain and returned to HLB in 1959.
My first goal was to be a CPA, so I reached that goal, passed the CPA exam, and became a CPA. And second goal was someday maybe be a partner in Hazlett, Lewis & Beater. Didn't know for sure if I would ever do that, but became a partner in the firm and really never dreamed of managing the firm.
Grady was actually recruited by the other partners. It was not something he asked to do. The other partners felt like there was a real need for new leadership in the firm and a new direction, and they sought Grady out and asked him if he would assume that role, and he did an outstanding job of that. I would say, other than the founding members, I think Grady had a bigger impact on our firm than any other partner that has been there.
Grady spent a total of 47 years with HLB before retiring from the firm in 2004. Not ready to call it quits, he moved into an office with Fletcher Bright, where he continued to serve the accounting needs of several friends and clients. He later joined the accounting firm Petty & Landis, which merged with Lattimore, Black, Morgan & Cain, P.C.
Grady has been a leader in the accounting profession ever since I've known him. He has served in many capacities in our state society with CPAs. Probably every office that's been developed, Grady has served in it at one time or another and has done an excellent job in it. He's also served on the Tennessee State Board of Accountancy. It's our governing board, and Grady has served with that group on a number of terms and has done a great job on it too.
Grady's passion for tennis landed him at the Manker-Patton Tennis Club, where he served as board member and treasurer for more than 25 years. Under his leadership, the club successfully completed a $1.5 million renovation.
I've been calling Grady Shady since I took the job, and calling Grady Shady is like calling Shaquille O'Neal tiny. You know, I mean, he's the farthest from shady that any person could be. We run a pro tournament every June. You know, it's in the middle of the summer, it's really hot, and of course we use volunteers to do stuff. And Grady, no one, you know, I never asked Grady to do anything at the club. other than all he already does, but every year he shows up to drag courts out in the heat between the matches, and that's brutal physical work, and he'll come down and do it all day, happily, unprovoked. He's like, I got to get down there and help y'all, and he's just out there in the blazing heat, just dragging courts, having a good time, and he's just amazing.
In 2007, Grady played an instrumental role in the formation of a new financial institution in Chattanooga.
When I began thinking about starting a new bank, Grady was my go-to guy. And as a matter of fact, if Grady had decided he didn't want to be involved, I probably would not have started the bank. But because Grady was involved, we were able to go out and raise $35 million in capital in a very short period of time, and that capital raise is the largest of any startup bank in the state of Tennessee ever. We're the #3 bank in the nation, the 3rd largest bank in the nation of over 150 institutions that opened their doors in 2007.
In addition to his service and accomplishments as a professional, Grady has dedicated most of his life giving back to the community.
I've been fortunate to get to spend time with a number of nonprofits and a number of charities, and particularly the education institutions. One of the things I'm most proud of, I guess, is the fact that I've endowed a scholarship at Tennessee Tech and helping at least 4 kids each year, and primarily from Bledsoe County, the rural area again of Bledsoe County, helping them go to college. Some of the kids that probably could not go to college without this scholarship help. So I'm proud of that, very proud of that.
In 1998, Grady chaired the fundraising campaign for the United Way of Greater Chattanooga.
One trait about Grady that many managers don't have is Grady always makes any work, any project fun for everybody. In that particular campaign, Grady was determined he was going to raise as much money as possible, and he was going to have fun, and everybody else was going to have fun raising that money. So he actually kicked off our campaign by bringing Pat Summitt to the UTC arena, and we had a tip-off instead of a kickoff, and he served people hot dogs at our kickoff that year. It was obviously his relationships that helped us raise the money to be successful that year, but again, Grady incorporated fun into everything, including the celebration, where he had his best buddies ride into the Trade Center on their motorcycles to celebrate that he had, in fact, raised the first $11 million our United Way has ever raised. It was a tremendous year.
Grady is very much driven toward giving back into the community and also into the profession. Grady has worked with our young people all through the firm and spends endless hours with them, making them understand how important it is to be more than just an employee somewhere, that you're part of a community. And that's just the way Grady is.
I've made a conscious effort, I think, to try to give back, to try to make the community a better place than I found it.